Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a Real AI hardcore exploration series. We are jumping back into the insane mix here with a new character, reattempting to get the show on the road. Alright, so we're going to be starting out level 1, random traits, random class, random location with a random amount of gear, level 1. And we'll get into what traits we get randomly in a second. I hope we manage to spawn in a place that's going to be safe from the radiation that took us out last time. Let's see how we go here. We're allowed to die from normal circumstances. Oh, well, would you look at this? We have actually spawned in a relatively safe location with a radiation suit. I guess Todd himself is watching over us. Now, I imagine this is going to be a damaged hazmat radiation suit. However, that doesn't really make too much difference to us because it should give us quite a significant amount of, it gives us 1000 radiation resistance, so that's brilliant. So that's essentially just going to make it nice and easy for us to explore the world. We've also been given a laser pistol and a laser rifle with 78 microfusion cells, and looks like we've spawned with a pretty decent character here. He's obviously been here in the world. This, by the way, is Mr. Hamish Holloway, alright? And it looks like we've managed to spawn with a decent amount of gear. So, I suppose we should, do a little bit of scavenging here. We've obviously just arrived in this underground bunker, and, we have been given... Oh yeah, we wanted to check our traits, didn't we? Let's have a look and see what traits we have spawned with. Is it effect here? So we're a little slower but a little bigger. We may not hit as often, but they will feel it when we do. Power attacks deal 30% more damage but cost 30% more action points to perform, so not too bad. We're also good-natured. You studied less combative skills as you were growing up. People are 20% easier to persuade. Vendor prices are 20% better, but your overall damage is reduced by 15%. Again, not too bad. And our objective for this series, as always, is going to be to attempt to completely explore the Commonwealth. And I think what I would like to do is just focus in on that exploration objective for the time being. Alright, so let's do a little bit of looting here. Now, there is going to be a loot reduction mod installed, which I just activated now, and it actually dynamically reduces the loot as we go, and it literally despawned the loot in front of my eyes just then. If you quickly check back, there was a little bit of a cut there, and you'll see some of the loot actually disappeared on camera. So yes, that mod is active. The loot in the world is set to 10%. So essentially this is going to be quite a difficult experience here as we head out into Sanctuary. Alright. Okay, so Conquest mod is active, which we will get bound here to, to the key that we need it to be, which is usually 0. And we can quick save. Alright, so essentially we can die as often as we want, but if we die from radiation, it's game over. The radiation is going to be quite severe. After all, this is a nuclear wasteland, isn't it? In terms of the save system, you'll already know this. This is not episode 1, I think this is episode 4 of the series. So, we're carrying on with the same rules that we were playing with in the first 3 episodes. So we get to save as we explore a new location, essentially. Alright, so let's rock and roll. It's been a little while since we were here. We've been playing a bit of the Zombieland The Walking Dead, which I have great news for you. Also, by the way, just give me a second. Okay, so the good news. Alright, have you ever played Project Zomboid? If you haven't, it's possible that you've watched me play it. In that game, when your character dies, you lose your character, you lose all of your progress, your skills with that character. But you get to keep the world. The world is persistent. And I've managed to basically give us a similar kind of setup with the Zombieland Walking Dead series. So, we lose all of our skills, we lose our character, we lose all our gear, but the world will be persistent. So the progress we make with quests and the world itself, we get to keep, which is kind of fun, and I'm quite excited about that. So you got that to look forward to. Let's try and focus in here on a lethal situation. We are in a settlement, so we can save as we go. All right, deal. Very good. Uh-oh. Their friends came for backup. Oh! Don't hit Codsworth. Codsworth is my friend. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, there's a red stag over there. Let's say hello to Codsworth while he's here. I'll get this done.
Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
Alright, so, Codsworth, I already looked, they're not here. Alright, are we good? Thanks for trying, Codsworth. Alright, Codsworth is off on his way. He explained to us that he seems to think we are this character who has a child who's gone missing, and we don't know what he's talking about. Obviously, his operating system is malfunctioning a little bit, and we're just basically going to leave him to it. Alright, so let's continue with our current objective of just scouting around Sanctuary a little bit. Now, I think what we're going to be doing is heading probably east, across the top of the map, this way. Alright, exploring as we go. We will eventually get ourselves to the point where we start to settle, but we will be making use of our conquest mod bag to settle on the road. And yes, we'll create our own settlement locations, but we're going to be doing a fair bit of junk looting and exploration. Scavenging, rather, for junk as we go. Alright, so that's the plan. Now you know. And I'll tell you what we'll do. So that we can get this show on the road, I will finish Scavenging Sanctuary. And if anything interesting happens, I will be sure to show you. Now, we did just pick up a 10mm pistol here, so let's... actually, we don't have a lot of ammo for that. So, alright. I will finish Scavenging Sanctuary, and then we'll get this show on the road. Okay, we picked up a few items here. Another laser pistol. And some scrap, some money, some Medex, Day Tripper, and Mentats. So with regards to supplies like this, it's really, as we found out in the previous episodes, it's really the medical items that allow us to deal with radiation that we really want to be focusing in on. And that means, well, gathering, and it also means learning to craft. Alright, so that's Sanctuary discovered officially. And yeah, we'll have to... Do I have to talk to Codsworth again, do I? Alright, I will get this sorted. Okay, so I'm sure you will remember that we can't actually scavenge items from animals because we need a hunting kit in order to deal with that. Mute away. Let's have a look what that is. Rads minus 6.4 per second for 40 seconds. Okay, so Rad Away cures rad poisoning and suppresses immunity. Now that's essentially gold to us because that means we've got 3 opportunities there to cure radiation poisoning should we find ourselves irradiated. Now I'm sure, although we have this suit, I don't think we're going to be wearing it the whole time. You know, we will swap it out for more efficient armor items. I'll tell you what, let's actually do that now, because what we'll do is we will get this bound to 9. And instead we'll put on our Vault-Tec security armor, which gives us better damage resistance. And, you know, when the radiation... can I wear something else with this? I'm hoping I can. It doesn't look like I can, actually. Alright, we need more gear. But when the radiation hits hard, you know, we can switch out to our more effectively efficient radiation protection uniform. Alright. Okay, this is actually empty already, so we won't bother with that. Alright, we're basically very nearly ready to set out on the road, I suppose, after we take care of these pesky inhabitants. Now, again, Real AI is active, and very often, when you play with Real AI, some friends, some not so friendly friends, like to visit across this bridge. In the way of, well, usually a dozen or so horrifying bugs. But it is Real AI, and that means everything is totally unpredictable, essentially. Okay, so we dropped off all of our junk inside our conquest bag. We haven't done too much scrapping of Sanctuary because we're not there yet. We will be kind of scrapping immersively as we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to set out on our grand adventure of exploration here. Yeah, again, with the, well, also grand hope of exploring the entire Commonwealth. Alright, so here we go. Now again, as we see, you know, I've made the compass nice and big there for you to see. We'll just kind of pick locations and try not to die. Alright, so that's the aim. I hope you're here for the ride. And we'll play a few episodes of this. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, a week to 2 weeks of this, and then we will reanimate the Zombieland The Walking Dead series, because, you know, that is definitely some of the most fun I have had in a long time in Fallout 4. There is one more enemy here. Now, we don't have VATS. This is a no VATS run. Also, we don't have a great amount of health right now. I don't know what sort of gun that is, but it sounds like it's like a bolt action. Codsworth came over to say hello. Is that a shotgun, is it? It did not sound like a shotgun. Anyway, so that gives us a shotgun. Looks like these two people here were up to no good. Let's just leave it at that, I suppose. Noodle cups, eh? 4 of them. Well, isn't that just fine and dandy? Alright, let's get that shotgun bound. So that's a really good find. 10 12 gauge rounds as well. Now, how do I see my ammo? Okay, we just got the markers at the bottom there telling us we don't have any kind of ammo check mod installed here. Alright, yeah, so that's a location done. So that gives us a save. Let's move further east and see what adventures await. Got a couple of dogs here. In terms of health, we are about half health. So I think we'll be able to deal with these guys though. Okay, I am going to remove those notifications there. I don't know exactly what they are. Got a little bit of action here. Oh dear. I don't know who that is. It's a scavenger, is it? Okay, they look a bit different. We'll take the... I'll tell you what, we'll take some of this stuff because it's probably got decent... It does have decent resistances. And we can also sell it. Anything over the value of 80... sorry, the value of 50, we will be taking to sell. Alright, we've got a hazmat suit. I think I've got the radiation set whereby it's a certain kind of weather. So when it's rainy or foggy, like there's precipitation in the air, we will be dealing with radiation. Alrighty. Let's proceed, ladies and gentlemen, up to whatever this wooded kind of tree symbol is. Still got a little bit of ammo for this gun, but not too much. Scavenger camp. And a pipe pistol. Alrighty. That's all that was here. So as we all know, or most of us will know, the northern part of the map tends to be a lot safer than, well, the kind of middle or the central and the southern regions. So it looks like we've got ourselves a lucky kind of good spawn here. It should allow us to, you know, get a decent foothold in the world. However, I mean, we were making it through the last series. Sorry, the last few episodes. It was the radiation that took us out. But I've got a feeling we're going to do a bit better this time. But yes, we'll see how we go. Starting off with a bit of Radaway. May have helped us out. But this is by no means going to be an easy experience, guys, okay? Come on now. Come on now. Shit. Okay, we're actually not taking too much damage here. Alright, so I will be slightly increasing the damage for us as we go. Alright, so there has been a minor increase to the damage. It does always take me, and I've said this before, it usually takes me a couple of episodes from the start of the game to get all of the damage numbers dialed in properly. So yes, we'll see how we go, kind of testing things one step at a time. We don't want it to be too hard, but it needs to be enough of a threat, you know what I mean, for these, especially for these types of series. Alright, we'll grab all these supplies here. Flamer fuel? Yeah, I guess we could take that. Looks a bit different. Now, what else is there around here? Isn't there usually a giant Batman? Yes, there is, but way too heavy for us. And we also don't really... I don't think we'll really make much use of that. Let's drop off what supplies we have here. So, I suppose one of the things we should try to do maybe with this series is, you know, take in each location too. If it's an exploration series... Obviously, one of the main, well, the main kind of function of the series is to explore the Commonwealth. So, exploring the place, getting a bit of an idea as to what these locations are, what purpose they served. We have permanently unlocked a new custom paint job for the power armor that we will never, ever use. Let's have a look on this terminal. So, apparently here, a whole... series of electronic kind of robotic components. Employee notes. Weird, more of those Protectrons with no arms or legs. How do you even miss that in production? Do they have robots building these robots or something? That's a scary thought. Robots making robots is yikes. We just got these iBots in the other day. They were actually missing their eyes. Isn't that ironic? Anyway, yeah, missing something like that. They must have a lot of their own bots on staff or something, unless somebody's been stealing components. They just dropped some sentry bots off. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them. Why would they just throw them away like this? I'm thinking about taking one of these things home and setting it up to mow my lawn for me. What do you think? More of those Protectrons missing everything. I heard from a couple of the other nearby sites that they keep getting them too. Someone made a big mistake. Weird that it's cheaper to dump them here than to send them back and attach some arms to them. Some weird guys dressed in all black just dropped off a sentry bot of some kind. They wouldn't say who they were. The thing looks like it's fully functional. They even had it drive itself into the yard and shut down. I looked in the trunk they threw next to it and had a holotape in there. I'm thinking about seeing what's on it, but those guys in black have me pretty freaked out. Okay, so we've got a Combat Sentry Mark IV holotape there. I was joking about taking one of those sentries home. Don't look at that holotape. If those guys dump it all here, they had a good reason, and you probably don't want to get mixed up in it. We've got an easy job here. Come in a couple times a week, walk the perimeter, go home. Don't let your curiosity screw that up. I mean, well, let's eject. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's play it. So, commissioned by Redacted and built by Redacted. It's a prototype sentry bot. This holotape should accompany the Combat Sentry Prototype Mark IV. It's not responsible for any property damage. Okay, yep, that's fine. Let's activate it. Warning, this Combat Sentry is a prototype. It's highly recommended. I mean, I don't know if this thing's going to be friendly to us or not. However, we've been a little bit lucky here. And we've managed to secure this location. So, let's save before we activate this sentry bot. Okay, so that's confirmed. If I could exit. I feel like he's friendly. I was going to say, I feel like he's friendly to us.
Do not interfere with security operations.
Okay, I will leave you to it. Now, I'm pretty sure there's actually a way to, like, get him to follow you, is there? I forget. Maybe I was using a mod once upon a time that allowed me to do that. Okay, so that's this location clear. Let's move further east and see what we have down here. Now, we don't have our radiation suit on, so, you know, we do need to be conscious of radiation damage. Got some mole rats over here. Okay, we are taking a few rads there. Not sure where the radiation was coming from exactly. Probably the ground. Mole rats aren't usually radioactive. Picked up a bit of gear there. So yes, the radiation is probably going to be our biggest threat. But we will take that into account with our... What was that? We got shot then, didn't we? Now, if we level up, which I think we have, we've leveled up. So we heal when we level up. And later on, maybe we might let ourselves save when we level up too. But we'll see how we go. There's plenty of places to explore. It just depends how tough this experience here is going to get. Did we just discover somewhere? Yes, we did. Alright, so that gives us a save. And our radiation, I think we have. Oh, we have the ability to craft a radiation, like, you know, some sort of device that allows us to check our radiation level. But we don't have it yet. Excuse me. We don't have it yet because, well, we haven't crafted it. I feel like we're being shot at from this direction, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's over there. Let's see if we can get up close here.
Oh man, come back! I was having fun.
Now, we don't have a lot of ammo for this gun, so... Is that the combat sentry bot? Not coming for us, is it? It's coming after these guys.
Use of lethal force in
Well, how useful is that?
safety. Threat analysis.
Whoa.
Perimeter secure. Resuming standard operations.
So this guy's just going to wander the whole Commonwealth with us. Awesome. Leather right arm. We don't really need any of this. Okay. USAF Satellite Station Olivia. Okay, well, that gives us another save. Yeah, we definitely need to look into the hunting, what are they called? Hunting kits as well. Which will allow us to, well, get meat from animals. Okay, well, let's head inside. See how we go inside this place. This should give us a chance to get a fair, decent amount of ammo, but it might be a tough, well, a kind of tough experience. But it will also give us a chance to really dial in the damage. Alrighty. So we got our save. Let's head down and see how we go. We don't have a lot of ammo here. Yes, there are extra spawns active. There are extra everything, basically. I think I got him. I got something. I got a dog. Tell you what, let's actually keep the damage on just for a second so we can see how much damage we do with these shots. Or, I mean, how much damage gets done to us.
Spread out, find him. Aw, man, come back. I was having fun.
So basically, you know, we don't save until we've got a location cleared. If things become extremely difficult, then, you know, we pick a number like 5 or 6 kills and then we get to save. They're not aware of us, are they?
Yeah, huh? You should be.
Okay, yeah, the damage needs to go up a bit. Again. Okay, maybe not. Alright, well, now let's look over our medical supplies real quick. We've got stim packs, quite a few of them, which is good. Irradiation, I don't know what the blood pack does for us. It doesn't actually tell us there. So we've got to cure rads and to cure irradiation. I don't know if those are two different things. I hope they're not. But they might be. Huh, yeah, alright. Well, that's something to take into account. Alright, so it looks like we're just going in for regular stim packs, which are going to make us very thirsty. Now, we've got a bit of purified water and some dirty water. Alright. Yeah, I had a feeling this place was going to supply us with a fair amount of 12 gauge. 12 gauge. Shit. Did we check inside this bathroom here? Nice. Some more water. Tell you what, I am going to raise the damage again very slightly. Okay, so now damage done and damage dealt is identical. We take the same amount of damage that we deal. But the thing is, right, headshots are completely lethal, so any headshot from any weapon will kill. Alright, let's try this again. Now, normally we would be starting from the very beginning of this zone, but I saved partway through to change the damage. So, you know, we've got a little bit of a kind of freebie here. Starting out a little bit further into the experience. Yeah, alright, so we did already check that. Okay, let's see how we go this time. We want the situations to be extremely lethal and tense, you know? We don't want anyone anywhere to be a pushover. Basically, you know, we want to be needing to focus in on those headshots in order to get that advantage. We are also headshotable, by the way, so, you know, everyone dies. From one shot to the head. Okay. I feel like we're pretty good here. Now, I have a pipe pistol already, I think. I do. I have a few pipe pistols. They are identical, so I don't know why they're not stacking. And I feel like we should possibly get one of those hotkeyed. Because pipe pistols are actually a lot of fun when you can headshot people with one shot to the head. Alright, so this place should be pretty clear now. Except for the well, the area just a little bit further back. Oh, okay, maybe not. Now, the extra spawns are set to be random. So, you know, every enemy has a chance to spawn an extra up to three, basically friends or clones. So we just don't know exactly how many enemies we're going to be dealing with in each location. They can also enter and exit through doorways. so they can make their way in and out of buildings, in and out of loading screens, etc, etc. A lot of this stuff you already know. I feel like I'm playing the first episode in a series again, so I'm explaining things to you. But, you know, we did die and have to start again, so it's kind of a soft restart to the series. And lockpicking's a lot harder, which is great. Because it has to be, doesn't it? Always has to be in Bethesda games. Jolly good. Alright, we should basically be safe now, for the most part. Although there is usually like a boss scorpion, a boss radroach in here, I think, sometimes. It's a shame we can't get any of this meat. I need to try to remember to make it a priority to look over. Okay, intel room key. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I totally forgot about that room. To look over the chemistry workbench. Okay, definitely don't want to be going there. Look over the chemistry workbench and find out how to craft hunting kits, what we need for that exactly. Okay, nice. So this place has given us a shed load of 12 gauge shotgun shells, and we still need to head up to the supply room and find out what goodies await us up there. Should be maybe some decent weaponry. Let's just have a look over this clothing here and see if we've got anything decent. Anything that's no good to us. That gives us 2 intelligence. That gives us damage resistance. Same as what we've got. So let's get rid of that. Security armor. Harness. Tell you what, drop the lab coat. And we'll put on the old stars and stripes bandana here. So you can see what we're looking like already. Looking pretty fashionable if you ask me. What's our name again? Mr. Hamish Holloway. Alright, very good. So this area is clear. And as soon as we've cleared this room, which hopefully has some decent supplies for us. Get some pencil, some lead for my pencil. That's a novice lock, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually pretty intense, isn't it? For a novice lock. Okay, we're going to deliver a pistol. That's actually really cool. It's suppressed. The deliverer pistol. Along with a military cap, which we don't need. It does give us perception, but not as much damage resistance. Some purified water. Some beer and some ammo. Very good. Now that pistol is that's gonna serve us extremely well. Why do I have to... Okay, wait, those are 2 different weapons. Pipe pistol. I'll tell you what then, let's swap out for the deliverer. Because, yeah, that's a pretty cool little pistol, that. And this mini nuke we're going to leave. We've got an empty safe, some bottle caps, just a few additional things. I don't think any of that's really very useful to us. No, we're not going to wear that because we want the damage resistance as opposed to the carry capacity increase. The road goggles we'll put on. That gives us an intelligence boost. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this location. And let's store away our supplies. Again, all of this stuff we are storing to build up our own settlement at some point. Okay. Now, I think I'll have a rule whereby when this reaches about 100, we need to deposit it, okay? So by the time this gets to 100, we need to have a temporary safe space location set up. We'll set up our own base. We could build one in here if we wanted to, like just using this. I'm not sure, I've showed you this before, but I'll run over it again. So, you know, we can set up defenses, we can set up furniture, bedding, you know, basically it's a whole settlement that we can build. And then whenever we want to, we can also build turn it into a proper settlement through this settlement expansion mode of the Conquest mod, which is probably my favorite, all-time favorite Fallout 4 mod, along with survival options. Alright, that's this place. Totally clear. Let's head back out into the world. So, turns out we actually have one of these rad boy items on us. So if we press this, it turns out our radiation level is very safe. I will keep an eye on this. I have tweaked it to be a little bit lower than the last experience we had because, you know, it just, well, really leveled us. But this time, we've started out with some radiation supplies. So, you know, I can kind of alter the level of radiation as we go. If things aren't... Oh, okay. This is the thing. As you can see now, when the weather changes, like it just did, we just got some fog rolling. The radiation starts to attack us slowly. Yep, so our irradiation level is already rising. So that's where things start to get a bit interesting. Now we've got some sort of weird bug happening there. Let's get our radiation suit equipped. Wow, shit. This actually, our radiation seems to go up quite quickly, which is scary. Okay, so let's get a move on here. There's also dogs. Yeah, alright, this makes me nervous. Okay, so it looks like the... Very rarely do these dogs work alone. Yeah. We're going back. Okay, we're going back. It's not safe for us in this location. Now, lethal radiation is 1000, but I think we get radiation poisoning at about 600, so we've got plenty of room to play around. But yeah, it might be a case of just kind of tweaking it as we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's way too dangerous out there, so we are going to be heading back down into the satellite to attempt to sleep overnight until things get a little bit more, well, hospitable for us. Alright, so let's just put down, I guess we just go in with the basic camping supplies for now. We might actually see if we can craft up some, what do you call it? Yeah, some food here. We can make some dirty water, but we don't want that. We can make bottled water from dirty water. I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't know what that will do for us in terms of affecting our thirst levels. A lot of this stuff is irradiated. This holy water reduces or increases our irradiation. We're going to have to test that. I forget from the last time we did test it out. I forget. Maybe you can remind me. That's about it in terms of stuff that we can craft for now. So let's try and get our head down for... We can only sleep 3 hours at a time. Let's test it by trying to do 4. Yep, 3 hours. How's our radiation level? It is decreasing. I think it was at 15. Let's try and sleep for another 3 hours. And we may have to do this one more time. We're really just here. Yeah, we don't regenerate any of our stats here. We're going to be still tired. But it's also going to get us through the night. But it is making us a little bit hungry and thirsty. A lot of this stuff is quite heavily irradiated, which is bad news. We've got a funnel cake, some Instamash. Oh, all of this stuff is quite heavily irradiated. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah, honestly, the radiation is going to be our the biggest threat to this series. That's why we have the whole permadeath thing in place. So let's get this stuff packed away. And let's hope. Okay, yep, so our radiation drops while we sleep. That's great, great to know. Let's hope that the weather is a bit better for us out here. So in our previous series, our previous hardcore exploration series, we didn't have any kind of radiation threat. It was more hardcore because of the loot mechanics, the enemy spawns, and the damage. We've still got all of those things in place here, but we've also got this new crazy kind of radiation element as well. And I'm hoping it's going to make it kind of fun and not become too micromanagey. Well, I feel like we'll get used to it as we go. But I don't know, so far it feels kind of good. But I guess we're just going to have to take it one step at a time. And hope that it all comes together quite nicely into one, well, deeply irradiated pie or cake. Or something that comes together. I don't know, pizza, whatever you want. Some sort of food item. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this 4th episode, which is really the first episode, a kind of a new beginning here in this Real AI hardcore exploration series. I hope you're here for the journey. We will sink our teeth into this series for a few more episodes, and then we will cohabit alongside each other a little bit of, well, the Zombieland Walking Dead, because I really can't wait to get back into that series. But you know, we'll make a good start here with our long-term series, the exploration series, because you know we're going to have to clear this whole place. Last time in season 1, which unfortunately came to an end about 29 episodes in, anyway, you guys know it didn't really work out. I was having issues with my installs and stuff. We managed to basically get the whole of this area cleared, all of this area, Lexington, Concord. We did a seriously good job, and we were starting to make our way down here. But, you know, we didn't by any means maybe even get through probably a quarter of the entire map. But I'm rambling. Ladies and gentlemen, please do consider checking down below. There are loads of links down there for your consideration, along with links to the Discord, links to the new channels that I'm setting up. I've got some really interesting news which I'm about to launch over on the Chill on the Road channel. Because, yes, things are happening, ladies and gentlemen. In about 4 weeks' time, we're going to be out on the road in our nice new van, / my nice new van that I picked up. So, you know, if you want to hear more about what's going on in the background, head on over to Chill on the Road. And those blood bugs just killed that dog, and they're coming for us. Also, there's information down there about channel memberships. Should you be interested in potentially supporting myself on the journey here, via donation or whatever, you know, there's all sorts going on. I think we might have made it. We just made it. We didn't take any internal radiation. I'm going to start calling that IRA irradiation, internal radiation. Because I think we do have a little bit of like actual rads. And those seem to be two different things for some reason. The mods are interacting in an unusual but an interesting way. Isn't it always the way? But if we can make it work, we can make it work, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Please do consider checking back in again very soon for another episode of the Real AI Hardcore Exploration series. We somehow managed to make it through that. We are now probably quite thirsty and hungry. Alright, see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.